Sep Niakan here with Blackbook Properties and condoblackbook.com. We are here in the sales center of the Mandarin Oriental Residences Miami here in Brickell Key. Again, we've been here before with my good friend Adrian Gonzalez. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Adrian is the sales executive here, of course. We've done a couple of videos together on the South Tower of the Mandarin Oriental, which is purely residential. Amazing tower. You guys had a lot of great success. We've had great success together on that. And now we are talking about the North Tower, which is hotel, 33-story hotel component, which consists of a couple dozen condo hotel units, hotel residences they call them, and 70 private residences.
Correct,
right?
Correct.
So Adrian, why don't you give us a little bit of rundown on the North Tower?
Of course. So we just launched the North Tower basically a week or two ago, essentially. The way it works, it's 33 stories. The bottom section is the hotel component, which is going to become the new flagship for Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group for North America, basically representing the best Mandarin has to offer here in Miami, which is fantastic. 121 keys only, so it's going to feel very boutique. To give you some perspective, the hotel that was previously there that we closed at the end of May had a little bit over 340 keys. So we cut in a little bit more than half, right? Making it more boutique, more amenities, and very heavy focus on the services naturally. Above the hotel component, you have 28 of what's called hotel residences. Those residences come fully furnished and finished, basically toothbrush ready. There's only 28 of those. And then above that, we have what is the private residences. Those are more your typical 2 to 4 bedroom condos, I would say, spacious, nice high ceilings, about 11 feet slab to slab, similar to what we have on the South Tower. Multi-ENC kitchens, Gaggenau appliances, amazing finishes. Main difference between the two towers being that on the North Tower, the units are a little bit smaller in comparison to the South Tower.
Yeah, we had a discussion earlier, like why would someone want to have a private residence in the North Tower, the hotel tower, versus the private residences? So let's just dig into that just a little bit.
Yeah.
So first of all, like you said, the North Tower residences, the hotel tower, the private residences there are smaller. So if you want a 2-bedroom, what's the square footage again there?
The 2-bedroom, I have one that's just shy of 1,500 square feet, another one that's 1,900 square feet. In comparison to the South Tower, they were 2,300 square feet or 2,700 square feet.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So much larger, basically kind of bringing the total price point down because you're paying for less square footage, but you still have all the amazing services and amenities within the hotel. So it's a nice compromise because it also gives you a little bit more life. So it's funny because I have some clients that they actually prefer the North Tower as opposed to the South Tower. Just because they like to be in the life of, they like to feel the life of the hotel component, right? Even though you have your own separate lobbies, you have your own separate elevators, you still have that amazing connection. So I guess that would mainly be why somebody might prefer the North Tower versus the South, because not everybody needs a 2,300 square foot 2-bedroom apartment, right? So it kind of depends.
Yeah, and again, just if you want to get a deep dive into the Mandarin project as a whole and get more into the South Tower, we have a couple of videos we did together. We'll put a link up here. You can check that out. It's a really deep dive. You'll get everything you want to know. But just as a point of comparison in regard to the two towers, if you go to private residences in the North Tower, the hotel tower, versus the private residence tower, which is the South Tower, exclusively private residences, just getting into the little details. One, as Adrian mentioned, you're going to have smaller square footage. So if you want a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, you're going to get those in the private residences of the North Tower, but at smaller square footage floor plans than the South Tower. So if you don't need all that space, it helps with the price point and it gets you, a more compact unit, but still very generous.
Exactly, still very generous. For comparison, aside from the 2-bedroom, for example, a 4-bedroom in my South Tower, the bigger tower is going to be smallest about 4,300 square feet, right? In the North Tower, you can find a 4-bedroom that's 2,700 square feet, another one that's 3,200 square feet. So not everybody needs so much square footage, but they might still need the same number of bedrooms, right?
Correct.
So that kind of helps fill the gap for what we're offering.
And in Miami standards, those private residences in the hotel are quite generous in size. So.
Exactly. And they still have the high ceilings, the 11 feet, multi-ENC kitchen. So the level of finish is also amazing and you still have great water views and skyline views. So it's just a different type of product and it's going to feel very boutique because there are only 70 of those.
And then just a couple more points of comparison. Tristan Auer is the interior designer of the private residences, the South Tower. And in the private residences part of the North Tower, it's Laura Gonzalez.
Correct. Correct, Laura Gonzalez. So they both have their own distinct styles. When you look at the kitchen renderings, you'll notice the differences in their styles. They're both very elegant and amazing. It's just, you know, different interior designers have their own different styles.
And then in terms of privacy, in the South Tower, it's fully private residences. You have your own amenities, pools, 3 pools, gym, golf simulators, you know, everything you can imagine.
The whole 9 yards.
Pickle, tennis, basketball, all that stuff, right? And spa, cold plunge, the whole shebang. And then in the North Tower, the hotel, you have also amenities. If you're in the South Tower, you access the North Tower amenities. If you're in the North Tower, your access is focused to the North Tower amenities. However, as an owner in the private residences in the North Tower, the hotel tower, you have a separate entrance, like Adrian said, a separate entrance, separate lobby. And so you still have that sense of privacy and exclusivity apart from the hotel. And yet you're still sharing, you get to share the amenities and you get to be in the same building that the 3 restaurants are in. And you get to mingle with the hotel guests if you so choose to do so.
Yeah, and then keep in mind, it's not a full, like the hotel size is also more boutique, right? So, and just talk about like square footage of amenities. The North Tower has about 80,000 square feet of amenities, which is a lot for only a 33-story building that has 70 private residences, right? So pools basically on every side of the property, every single pool faces the water. So there's definitely gonna be no shortage of amenities and services in the building for sure.
Yeah, and because the entire project is on a little over 5 acres, you're gonna have, it's gonna feel very tropical, very open. You're gonna have sun at any moment of the day at least one or more of the pools. So it's really gonna be an oasis that's a very short bridge walk away from Brickell.
Correct.
Which is where you can get everything you can imagine. And yet also on Brickell Key, as we've talked about, you'll get more into it in the other videos that we've put out, but you have really almost everything you need right here on the island for daily life in terms of restaurants, cafes,
2 office towers, a park, a
dry
boardwalk that
cleaners.
goes around. There's even a pet clinic here, like everything you want. You don't have to leave the island, but
yeah, a nice convenience store, sundry shop, prepared foods, the whole shebang. So it's really, really convenient. And then you have, of course, the walk around the island, which is a big favorite of those on the island, and even people off the island come and take a walk or take a run around the island as well. So it's a really, really nice feel in the big city. And if you haven't noticed behind us, that's what we're talking about. We are on the southernmost tip of Brickell Key, and you get to experience what it means to be in this true island oasis. And just on the other side of the cameras over there is Brickell, but 150 feet away. So it's pretty incredible. In regard to the timeline, give us a little idea of where we are with the project.
So we're still on schedule with our timeline. We are estimating completion for 2030. I would say like the first half of 2030 is kind of what we have planned. The hotel we closed at the end of May last year. So they've been basically gutting the interior of the hotel. So it's kind of doing interior demo because there is a process to knocking down a building like this. So you have to gut the interior and then you can start taking down the exterior of the property. So our general contractor is there pretty much every day. They're kind of finishing that up, and I believe we have the planned demo of the structure to be April or May next year. So we're here for not too much longer. So I would recommend anyone who has any interest in this development, definitely contact Sep, because definitely if you can come and experience this sales gallery that we have here, it's worth coming in and taking a look. It is one of the most beautiful sales galleries I've ever seen. I've sold quite a few projects for different developers, and I know Sep has visited many as well. It is one of a kind, so I definitely would recommend coming to see it while we still have it before we do have to knock it down to make way for construction.
In the other video we go in a lot of detail in the model unit. We're going to dabble right now as well, just so you can get a feel for it. So I think we should go and do that right now.
Okay, of course. Let's do it.
So we're here at the scale model of the Mandarin Oriental Residences Miami, Brickell Key. Here we have the South Tower, which is the residence only tower, and the north tower, which is the hotel tower that has the private residences and the condo hotel residences alongside of the hotel only. Adrian, give us a little bit of rundown, primarily of the hotel residences, because we have the other video that we kind of went the whole project, but also just a brief on the entire project.
Yeah, of course. So 5 acres, of course, on the tip of the island. This is the private residential tower, 66 stories, 228 residences. No hotel component here. They do have their own separate amenities, which is a little bit over 80,000 square feet of amenities dedicated specifically to this tower. And then this is the North Tower, which has our hotel components, but also has the hotel residences in the middle section, basically. And on the top section, you have the private residences. Now, when we talk about the private residences, I always mention that there is a separate lobby and elevators. For example, the lobby and the elevators for the private residence is right over here, but the lobby and elevators for the hotel is actually over on the opposite side. So the two entrances are completely separate, as well as separate elevators, which is nice. So you kind of keep that privacy while being in
Each has its own valet as well, correct?
Yeah, each has their own staff of the valet, so it's feels completely different. So if you do live here and say you're just going home for the day, you're not going to be running into any kind of hotel guests and whatnot, right? And then we talk about the amenities on this one. There is a lot of amenities for this building, as we mentioned, over 80,000 square feet. There's actually about 4 pools. So there's 1, 2, there's a covered lap pool here, and then there's an additional pool that was added down over here, which comes right off the spa as well. It's a vitality pool. So an abundance of amenities and spaces basically for both buildings.
I think I every time I think about and I hear the covered lap pool, it rings a bell in my head, because that's something that is not that common in Miami. Of course, if you're going to have it, you're going to have it in a hotel like the Mandarin. And I think that's an amenity that is really attractive to, I have a lot of clients who love swimming, and having that as a potential opportunity on, when it's dark outside or when it's a little chilly, which is not that often in Miami, but it's a nice touch, to have that.
Or if it's raining outside, right? You want to go swim your laps anyway, you can. And like you said, there's actually units we've sold in this project specifically because of that lap pool, right? You have swimmers that they like to swim for exercise. So.
I believe it. And then, of course, after you finish there, you go straight to the spa. You have full service. In most condo buildings, it's in a luxury condo building, you might have an attendant, not really full spa service here. I mean, you can spend all day there, get massages, get treatments, get everything you want. It's a true resort experience.
And the spa they're building here is one of the largest spas you're going to find in Miami. It's going to be located in this hotel.
Wow.
It's huge spa. Obviously, Mandarin Oriental keeps everything very close to the chest when we talk about the design and what they're doing in this spa. But because it is the flagship, they're kind of pulling out all the stops. So it is going to be something really special here for Miami, for sure.
Incredible. And so can you just to get a little more detail, can you explain what floors the condo hotel residences are going to be and the private residences?
Yeah.
And a quick rundown of the floor plans?
Yeah. So basically from levels 14 to levels 18 is where you have the hotel residences, so like condo hotel style units. Above that, on levels 19 to level 30, you actually have the private residences. Now, for the hotel residences, those are going to be 1 to 2 bedrooms that come completely finished and furnished, right? Those are the ones that are toothbrush ready. For the private residences, they're going to be 2 to 4 bedrooms, right? They're going to come finished with your kitchens, bathrooms, flooring. They're just not furnished, right? The client would have to come in with their own furniture and furnish it themselves after the fact. When you talk about the different lines,
I assume at some point you guys might offer furniture packages.
Yes, usually at the end of the project, we'll start offering furniture packages just to make it a little bit easier for the clients in case they don't want to have to hire an interior designer or whatnot. But usually that's towards the end, because obviously pricing can change substantially between now and by the time we deliver the product.
Excellent. If there's one thing you want to leave our audience with in terms of why the Mandarin Oriental Residences Miami private residences in the hotel, in the North Tower Hotel, is where they would want to be, what would you tell them?
For me, what makes this part special is that, one, you don't need such a large unit, but you still have these amazing views, like the views that we have here, right, with the bay and the skyline.
Unbelievable.
So, for example, I love the fact that I have a 2-bedroom in this building facing directly out towards the water, which is very rare in new construction, because typically 2 bedrooms are placed on the back section of the building and your larger units are reserved for the front. Here we have a 2-bedroom directly out towards the front, which is a rare product. And then the 4-bedroom here is also fantastic because you can buy a 4-bedroom in this building that's 2,700 square feet for roughly about 7 million plus, while in this tower it's going to cost you 11.4. So there's some units and price points in this building that don't exist in any other new construction in Brickell that's directly on the water like this. So I do think there's a lot of value in that, plus the brand, the amenities, the services, the developer, all of that stuff kind of just compounding in itself. And also you're buying in one of the most unique developments that exist in Miami.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. And of course, you did mention, and again, we got into this much more in the other videos we did together, but the team that's here on this project working together is world-renowned and a unique combination of
Second
folks.
to none.
You have Swire, which has developed a heritage here in Miami for 40 years. You have Cohen Peterson Fox, which is certainly well known internationally as architects. Then you have in this, of course, Tristan Auer in the South Tower and Laura Gonzalez in the North Tower. A unified look, but still distinct in their approaches.
Correct.
And so it's really, and then
Shama for the landscape design. They're coming from Thailand specifically for this development. So. And then our lighting architect, which not many people talk about, is Spears and Major, who they come from London, right? So kind of these amazing talents brought all around the world, all for one goal to create one of the most unique properties in Miami. So
great. Well, Adrian, thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate you coming.
This project is truly exceptional, truly one of a kind. Probably won't see anything like it for decades. And so if you have any interest, please give us a call. We'll run down the options and we'll try to get you the best opportunity we can here. And also don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to us so you can hear more about all the great projects and all the great future that Miami has to offer. Don't forget also to check out condoblackbook.com for all the latest availabilities. Anytime you need, reach out to us directly, give us a call, and let's talk about how we can find you an amazing place here in the amazing, beautiful, world-renowned tropical paradise of Miami. Thanks a lot for joining us and have a great day.